PNC Sports Now, presented by Budweiser.
Half a day, good to be indoors, out of the elements. Welcome to PNC Sports Now. I'm Blake Watson. A stroll down NBA Boulevard is in order, and yes, yours truly, I take the FBI physical fitness test. Am I fit enough? We'll find out. But first, IIAG fourth quarter sports kicking off last night in Mangilao. Boys volleyball had a good start to the season. It was Friars Knights. Here are the highlights.
Phoenix Center buzzing early for opening night of IIAG boys volleyball. The home team playing host to the St. John Knights. Father Dwayne has come out focused and ready. Coach Pangalinen's Friars took a quick lead with a couple of big kills from DeAndre Cruz. He's on the front line, had a great game. Friars win the first set in dominant fashion, 25-18. Second set was all Knights out. The red and white get out ahead, and they do it early. The St. John's offense come alive and are able to spread the ball around very well. They extended their lead at one point to 19-11. The Friars, though, showing resiliency in front of the home crowd. FD pull off a 9-point run, and they rally back to pull within 2. But the Knights from St. John take it by 2, 25-23 to the third and final set we go. Started off with much back and forth from both teams. Great volleys. The St. John front line withstood and were able to get some big game-saving, point-saving blocks. In the end, though, however, Father Duenas notched the first win of the season. They do it in 3 sets, 25-18, the final. Caught up with Coach afterwards. Friars not letting opening night jitters get to them. Right, Coach?
For the most part, there were some points where you could see them getting shaken up, but they recovered pretty good.
Friars ended up slipping in the second set. Their keys for a successful rally to pull within 2.
We really got to win. It's more like I'm trying to get them to focus on what they got to do in the moment. So it's like you need to pass. You can't miss serves. Just the basics, you know.
Want to send a special shout out and thanks again to Coach for the time. Father Duenas will try to keep their winning ways about them. They will challenge Guam High. It will be the Panthers season opener. That happens next Monday. Moving along, for the first time in 16 years, the FBI is checking to make sure all of its agents stay in some semblance of shape. Apparently around the time of 9/11, the Bureau ended their once mandatory annual checkups and shifted their focus to terrorism and cybersecurity. An October 2014 memo was recently unearthed. In it, FBI Director James Comey informs the staff he's newly reinvested in making sure everyone has the ability to run, fight, and shoot, no matter what job you hold. I spent my lunch break testing my fitness level to FBI standards. Here's more. So to kick off our FBI physical exam, it's a little bit of a modified version. We've got a 300-meter sprint. We've roughly estimated that's about from here to the wall and back. Sprinting. I'm going to attempt that now. After a brief rest, tough sprint, now it's time to get to the 24 push-ups in 1 minute without stopping. I think I got it, piece of cake. Just to prove I'm honest, time it myself. I'll start it now. Now, I don't know what you're thinking, but the test does allow a 5-minute break between exercises. So from push-ups to sit-ups, 35, time starts now. Brings us to the final test. It's a 1.5 mile run in about 12 minutes or so. Like I said, this is a modified course. So we've guesstimated that about 1.5 miles, maybe 3.5 times around this track. So time starts now. One more lap. Just one more. Three and a half laps, and that's it. There's your FBI fitness exam. Quick recap, we're just guesstimating again. Failed the sprint, killed the push-ups and the sit-ups, of course. But the running and this last 1.5 miles, dead.
Failed it, I know, I don't run, it's common knowledge, but either way, I get to practicing, and the FBI, watch out. I'll see you in the Bureau.
Not a bad way to spend a lunch break, right? I was productive. How about you? Nice to know I have options, if anything. Kidding. I love sports way too much. And speaking of, time now for our daily stroll down NBA Boulevard. Getting down to the last few regular season games of the season around the association, we had the Charlotte Hornets in South Beach playing Miami. Dragic, he scores 11 of his 28 points in the fourth quarter alone. His teammate Ding added 21, and the Heat helped their playoff chances with a 105-100 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Next, OKC we go. A couple of playoff teams matching up in this one. San Antonio looking good down the stretch of the season. They pick up their 8th straight win, and in doing so, they hand the battling Thunder another loss. Next, the red-hot Atlanta Hawks win their 58th game to set their single-season franchise record of most wins in a season. They do it easily, 96-69 over the Phoenix Suns. And finally, Anthony Davis and the Pelicans battling for that final Western Conference playoff spot. They're hosting the Warriors at home. Davis scores 23 of his 29 points in the second half. That includes 2 free throws. 9 seconds left. He knocks those down, and the Pelicans moved into 8th place in the Western Conference with a 103-100 upset victory over the red-hot Warriors. That will wrap up the nightly stroll through NBA, and that'll also wrap up PNC Sports Now. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll recap IIAG girls soccer opening matches. Until then, I'm Blake Watson, and I'll see you at the game.
PNC Sports Now, presented by Budweiser.